Good morning. Welcome to another day of treasure hunting. I just made a mess. Spilled my coffee. Oh, clean my mess up there. I got to make the coffee this morning, so it is high octane. Good coffee. Whew, that was good coffee. Too bad I spilt it. Hey, we had some sales come in overnight, so we'll get you turned around here in just a minute and show you that. Yesterday's video, we didn't find much. We found one item to bring home at the thrift store. However, we did a little treasure hunting in my junk drawers, so to speak. I had a couple of years ago bought a watchmaker's estate out. I am a watchmaker myself, and I went through a box that I had not previously gone through and found some really awesome watches. If you want to see those, watch yesterday's video. You can find it in the playlist. I think I called it treasure hunting or thrifting for treasure. I think that's what the name of the playlist is, but it's the one that I posted up yesterday. Some really nice watches. So today I have to go back to the watch repair shop and finish a couple Rolex watch repairs up. I got to get that paycheck, and we might just do a little more treasure hunting in one of those boxes. So even if we don't find anything at the thrift store today, which cross our fingers we will, y'all wish me some good luck on that, I can pretty much guarantee we're going to find some treasures digging through my boxes of junk. Let me get this camera turned around. I'll show you what sold overnight. We got 5 items going out of here today, and I'll get the camera and turn you around and show you that. Right, 5 items going out of here. Lo and behold, I made a doggone sale on Poshmark. I can't even remember the last time I made a sale on Poshmark. Ever since they came out with that promoted closet thing, my sales over there have absolutely tanked. And to be honest, when my sales tanked after that promoted closet program started up, I really haven't been motivated to list much over there. Anyway, the Demonia platform boots, I think they sold somewhere in the $40 range. You know it, VHS, 2 of them going out today, both to the same buyer. So we will combine the shipping and save them a little money. Again, it's geared towards children. These are Disney. We got a Disney Mini Classic and a Disney Sing-Along. $5 a piece, that's $10. I've probably got 15 to 25 cents invested in those. So that's a good turnout. This is in a package, but that's one of the paddles out of a bread machine. If you guys have watched many of my videos, you know I love finding these at the bins. And last but not least, we got this piece of art glass. This is a sun catcher. It's got a hole in it right there where you would hang a string or a wire in it, and then you'd hang it somewhere where it could be backlit. And that is the famous mermaid statue on a rock in the bay, Denmark, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it is actually signed. So good piece. We sold that for somewhere in the neighborhood of $30 plus shipping. So that's what's going out of here today. And the weekend is coming. Hopefully we'll get a lot more sales over the weekend. All right, let me get all this stuff packaged up, labeled up, and we'll head towards the post office with it. Today, while we're working in the shop, we got a threefer that we're watching on YouTube while we work. This is the Crazy Lamp Lady, and today's video, she's in Brimfield Antique Show, and she's with Christina Moonsky Vintage and Sandy from My Flipping Van Life. So go find any one of their channels. That, again, that's Crazy Lamp Lady, Moonsky Vintage, and My Flipping Van Life. Give them a like and a follow, and tell them the Junk Monkey sent you. Okay, folks, we are in the truck on the way to the post office. Got all 5 items packaged up. I was able to combine shipping on the 2 VHS tapes for my customer and sneak it in at just the pound, so I got to refund some of their shipping. That's a question that comes up a lot, whether or not you should either combine the shipping or refund if you do, and blah blah. I do it. customers appreciate it. It's one of those things that'll help you get those positive feedback from your customers. So I do it just for that. And you know, if I was buying something and I made 2 separate purchases and they put them both in the same box and refunded me my shipping, I would be happy about it. If they didn't refund me some of my shipping, I would not be happy about it, and I would probably contact them and say something. So it's just good customer service to do things like that. Now, the last couple of days, we've only sent out 1 item a day, and that was VHS tapes. And it's one of the reasons I like VHS tapes. If I can sell a VHS tape every single day at $5 a pop, that generates a cash flow about $30 to $35 a week before fees and stuff. And every second sale or so, that's another item I could buy with a higher profit margin. So it's like free money almost. It advances, it helps you advance. Anytime you can move the needle on how much money you're making, even if it's a little bit, it's well worth it. I don't concentrate on those kind of sales and those kind of items. You'll nickel and dime yourself to death doing that. But if you have a way to pick up an item that actually sells that's super cheap and they're easy to list and ship and all that stuff, go ahead and do it. It's worth it. I know there's people out there that say they won't sell anything less than 20 bucks. Some say less than 50 bucks. Some say it's got to have a sell-through rate. I hate that term, of 50% or better. But the reality is, it gives you something to list every day, whether you find anything or not. Last 2 days in the thrift stores, we haven't found much. Now there's days I can go in and fill a cart. There's days I find 4 or 5 items, great items. And then there's days where I just don't find anything. I've left thrift stores empty-handed a lot. And with those cheap sales, sometimes they trigger other sales. That person that bought 2 of my videotapes, guarantee you they found the one they were looking for, and they went to my store looking for something else, and they did. They found something. So one sale turned into 2. And when you get sales rolling, sometimes it's like they flip a switch online, and next thing you know, instead of having 1 sale, you got 5. That switch can easily go back the other way too, but you just got to push through. I mean, there's times when you'll go 2, 3 days, several days without a single sale. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep listing. You got to keep sourcing. You've got to keep ending and selling similar and editing those items before you put them back up. The damn always breaks. To be successful is not a goal that you can reach and then hold on to it. Success is never owned. It is only rented, and the rent comes due every day. So you got to work every day. You got to get those listings up. You've got to clean things and test them. You got to work on your store. If you have a store and you're not just an account, regular account, one of the things you got to watch out for is, as things sell, you need to go and moderate your store. Edit your storefront. That stuff that sells, the picture is still up on your end, but it's not on the customer's end. Go in and make sure you've got fresh pictures of items that are actively listed. There's 1,000,001 little things you can do every day. And again, that goes back to the algorithm. They want to see you active in your store every day. Well, I got some traffic stuff going on here. I got a flag man stopping me, even though there's absolutely no construction going on. They let me through. All right, folks, we are about to turn the corner. We're going to be in the parking lot of the post office. I'm going gonna get these packages in there and dropped off and get my acceptance receipt. First thing we're gonna do is let this cop roll through. He has the right of way anyway. There. All right, folks, I'm gonna get these packages dropped off and then we're on our way to the watch repair shop. So maybe I'll see you over there, show you some little clips of some stuff I'm working on. And today I'll try to remember to turn the ultrasonic tanks off. Yesterday's video, that ultrasonic buzzing in the video was very distracting. I'll turn that off today, I promise. All right, folks, we are headed to the thrift store. Getting a late start getting over there. Worked a little bit late, getting a couple of watches ready for customers. Unfortunately, I didn't do any filming or recording today at the watch shop. I was just too jammed up busy. However, I did find something for us, digging around, and I'll show you that when we get back home, get you to the shop, show you what we found. It's pretty good, and to be honest with you, that's all I remember is that it's good. This is stuff that I, once again, forgot I had. And I don't remember exactly what it is. We will take a look at that stuff when we get it home. But yeah, as for getting to the thrift store late, we're headed to Goodwill, and it's later in the day. It's well after 3 o'clock, unless we get lucky and they bring out another new cart or two while we're there. I don't have high expectations. That in the last 2 or 3 days that we've been there, we haven't done very well. Now sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes they just don't get anything in. Sometimes all the good stuff gets caught and they send it to their e-commerce. Right now they're building a new Goodwill, a second location here in town. And I've been told, I don't know how true it is, I've been told they've been saving a lot of good stuff for that. I need to drive by the location and see how far along they are on the building. They're building it from the ground up. But anyway, when we get there and we get inside, I'll bring you guys in as soon as we find something. Or as soon as I hit the parking lot. I haven't made up my mind yet. But hang with me and we'll get you in there thrifting and showing you what's on the shelves as soon as we can. All right, we're in. And it looks like we may have had a frog collection dropped off. I'd like to find one of those wide-mouth frog sponge holders for the sink. I always do well with those. Yep. Oh, that's pretty. I don't think it is anything though. No, it's color flashed. What in the wild woods of sports is that thing? Aside from ugly. I'm gonna put it in a cart and see. Oh, it's a rattle. I'm gonna put that in a cart and look it up. You never know, the weird stuff sometimes sells. Oh, that little mouse has got a chipped hand and ears. It wasn't a very big collection of frogs. Let's turn the corner. Alright, golly. I kind of got crowded and had to turn the camera off. For those of you that are new, when you hear me say the word golly, that means somebody is crowding me and I got to go. Anyway, I was able to find this Sony VCR. It's an older one, it's metal cased. I like the newer plastic cased ones because they're easier to ship. But being Sony, this one should be a pretty good one. We'll do our best to test it before we leave the store. Now, getting by myself where I can turn the camera back on. I just found a bag full of the vintage to antique mason jar lids that have the glass liner in them. And there's some of the rubber seals. And it's only $3.49. I'm always finding those blue glass mason jars. And those things are great when as you collect marbles or little small items, you can fill one of those jars full, and you can just sell the jar full with marbles or whatever. So that's a pretty good pickup. All right, I looked up the rattle. It's not worth anything. Hard goods is pretty packed with people. Thought I'd come over and check out the shoes and see if there's anything decent over here. There's some, those are Nikes, but they're in dirty condition, and I don't feel like cleaning something like that. Cross Trekkers by who? Dr. Scholl's. No Cross Trekkers. I've never heard of Cross Trekkers. I don't know who makes them. Huh. I think we will leave those here. Those are funky, but oh, they're golf shoes. That makes sense now. I'm not seeing much in the shoes. There's some Newood tags, Dexter's, but that's not a good brand. I think I've looked these, oh God, they're in terrible shape. I don't care what they are, I'm leaving them here. All right, well, let's go see if they put out some new VHS right after we check and see what kind of shoe that is. Sandro Moscolini. They got rubber soles on them. I'm not interested. Good dress shoes will have leather soles on them. All right, bring you right back. VHS, but we grabbed a tape to test the functionality of this Sony VCR. I'll go back here to the back and test it as much as I can. As long as it doesn't eat the tape and it goes into play mode, fast forward and reverse, and ejects the tape, we'll take it home and hook it to a TV and test it further.
Hey look, a school bus.
No new carts yet. All right, I'll bring you guys back in when I find something. Well, it powers up. Let's put a tape in it, see if it goes into play mode. All right, took the tape, and is it gonna play? There it goes, it's playing. That'll be a good one. Let's fast forward. Only which way you're holding it down, that's good. Let's rewind. All right. And stop it. And eject it. Now, as long as it didn't eat the tape, we're good to go. Awesome. All right, I'll bring you guys back later. I always wonder when I run across a single cup like this, what happened to the rest of the set? How did this one piece of a large set make it here? It's carnival glass, so, and it's the amber colored carnival glass. I am having a moment here, can't remember the name of it. Marigold. Like a panel grape. $4.49 for a single glass. Oh well. We'll leave that here in case somebody needs it to complete their set. All right, folks, well, I've made the rounds in here. It's getting hard to find a clear enough space to film, and I probably didn't make it here in time to find anything good. Maybe we'll have better luck tomorrow. I think I'm gonna wrap the thrifting up here, and I'll see you guys back at the shop. All right, folks, we are back at the shop. and it was quite a day. Went into the watch repair shop. What was supposed to be two really fast jobs ended up taking all day, and we didn't get a whole lot of time to go thrifting at the Goodwill. And so we didn't find much, but what we found was good. We found that nice Sony VHS player, VCR. And while I was at the shop today, I was too busy and had too many people in and out of my little workshop for me to really do any recording. But I did try to straighten my shop up a little bit today, and I ran across something that I forgot I had. Multiple times I've forgotten. A couple of years ago, I bought a large collection of watches, mostly pocket watches. There were a few nice wristwatches in there, and I went through it quickly when I bought it and just pulled out the real good, easy stuff to clean up and list. But I left behind some stuff that I know that I could get a lot more money for if I refurbished them. However, there are some buyers out there, they love buying this kind of stuff as is and do the refurbishments themselves. So let me get this camera turned around and I'll show you what we got today. And then one of the watch jobs I was doing, I need a part for it. So I wrote down part numbers, and I've got cabinets full of watch parts back there. I have hundreds of thousands of new old stock watch parts, and I have hundreds, if not thousands, of parts watches. So I'll be digging through that tonight for quite some time, unless I just get lucky and find the part I need real quick. But let me get this camera set up. I'm going to try to set it up like some kind of overhead shot and show you guys these watches. I'm not even sure what's there, but we'll see. Just go ahead and spin you around. Let's see. I don't know that this thing... Okay, we're just going to have to take you off the stand. Whoop. There we go. And there it is. I kept putting parts kits on top of this, so I would forget it until I'd need some of the parts out of that parts kit. And then I would move the parts kit. I'd see these watches. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about those. I need to start working on some of these. Let's start up here in the front. But anyway, I would get the part I need and I'd set them parts kits right back on top of it. And frankly, I would forget about it again. Still has, these things came with a bunch, every one of them's got stickers on them. It was some kind of weird inventory system. She had papers and all kind of stuff. This, give me just a second. I got to put my other eyeballs on if I can find them. I've got a headband magnifier right there. I wear these things all day, every day when I'm working on watches. All right, this is an Illinois Watch Company watch, and it's in the wrong case. Let's see if I can open it one-handed. Ooh, I might be able to. There we go. Uh-oh. I see tape inside there. Okay. Springfield, Illinois, got a bad hairspring, it's got some weird stuff going on in it. This is not one we're going to be able to sell as is. We're going to have to, that'll probably end up in my parts bin. I see screws missing, mismatched screws. It's just not something I feel comfortable selling as is. So we'll put that one to the side. That'll end up in our parts bin. Let's grab the next one out. All right, give me just a second. Alrighty then. This one, there's no name on the dial. This is a base metal case. Let's see. Yeah, Keystone Silver Oid. You'll see those names like that, Silver Ore, Silver Oid, and a lot of different things, but they're not really silver. If it doesn't say coin silver, 800, 900, 925, or sterling, then it's most likely a copper nickel alloy like this. This one is, turn it the other way around. This is a key wine key set. So probably from the 1890s. It's from Illinois Watch Company and it's called the America. Has a good balance wheel. This one we can sell as is. And we can probably expect to get somewhere between $75 and $150 depending on which collectors see it. So that's a good one. We can list that one. Let's get this next one out. I can already tell this one is silver. This is called a hunter's case, and this is called an open face. The hunter case is the one that you push the little button and it should open up if you got it turned around correctly. There we go. This one is a Waltham, and yeah, it's coined silver. American Watch Company, Waltham, Massachusetts. American Watch Company. The American Watch Company later became known as the Waltham Watch Company because they were in Waltham, Massachusetts. So this one, always push the button down when you close the lid. Let's get a look and see what's in this one. This is called the duvet or the dust cover. Get that open. Another key wind, key set watch. Again from the 1890s. Oh, Appleton, Tracy & Co. This is a model 1883 and may have seen some use on railroads before they come out with the watch standards and timekeeping standards. Let's see. Serial number 993,000. That was before their first million. So this one we might see as much as $250 to $300 for this one. So that's a good one for us to list. Let's see what's next. I think we may have another silver watch. Let's get it out of there. When I bought this collection, I've already sold enough to pay what I paid for the collection. This says Arizona on the dial. It says coin right there, so we know it's coin silver. It is a lever set, meaning you have to pull that little lever out before you can set the hands. Let's see. Doing this one-handed. Come on, open up there. Nice tight hinges though, that's a good sign. Mark coin on the inside. There's our dust cover. Let's see what we got. That is a weird one. Eastern Watch Company, Arizona. I'm gonna have to look that one up. That little adjustment mechanism right there seems familiar to me, but we're gonna have to look it up. So we will set that one to the side and look it up and research it before we do anything else. And that brings us to our last one. That's not really a good sign. Patent lever hands, Rob. Okay, this is probably an English bar movement. Yeah, London. Robert Roskell, London. Let's see if there are any hallmarks on the case. We know the dust cover is base metal. There are no hallmarks, just a maker's mark. So the case might be silver, but it might be what's called continental, which is 800 fine. Yeah, that's just a English bar movement. Hey, it's got a good working escapement in it, balance wheel. I don't know, maybe we could expect to get 75 to 150 for that. But there you go. There's always treasure to be found, even if it's digging in your own junk. I'm junk drunk. Anyway, folks, I appreciate you coming with me today doing my treasure hunting. We didn't get to do as much thrifting as I'd like to show you guys, but there's always treasure to be found. I've got years and years and years, nearly 40 years of watch stuff accumulated. So worst comes to worst, you get to see some rare old watches. So again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Come back tomorrow for the next one, and y'all come back now. You hear?